Mark Feinsand, MLB Insider, he dropped a piece, an early trade deadline update piece, and he said about Bo Bichette and Vladimir Guerrero Jr., he writes, "It seems inconceivable that the Blue Jays, who have entered the past few seasons with great expectations, could trade either Bo Bichette and or Vladimir Guerrero Jr., but given Toronto's 21-25 start and the competitive state of the AL East, one AL executive believes it's possible the Jays could move on from both of their superstars this summer. I don't think they're opposed to it," the executive said. "They've talked to teams about it. They asked were ridiculous, but I think they're going to try to retool a lot, and using those guys to get pieces may be the way to do it." So that's major. The fact that not the executives thinks they would trade him, not that Mark Feinsand thinks they could be traded, the fact that they've had communication with other teams, just the asking price was extremely high. The asking price was ridiculous because, look, every single team, when you start negotiations, you get the lowball offer from the team that wants the player, and you get the ridiculous asking price from the team that has the player. So when the trade is consummated, it takes a long time, and you don't see trades every single day because there's a lot of negotiating that takes place. And if this is any indication of Bo Bichette truly becoming available, well, if the Dodgers enter the mix, they have the prospect capital to get a deal done. It's just a matter of, are you willing to give up multiple top 10 prospects? Are you willing to get into a bidding war with another team that wants Bo Bichette? Because, look, if you're the Toronto Blue Jays, Bo Bichette, he's been an all-star. He's been someone that has proven to be one of the best hitting shortstops in the sport, but he is having himself a down year. So from a stock standpoint, you can't say that his stock is as high as it's ever been, but he does have a track record. He's just 26 years old. He has a couple years of team control left. He's under team control through the 2025 season. And you look at his numbers on the year in 44 games, he's hitting 226 with a 77 weighted runs created plus. But last year, he hit 306. Year before that, he hit 290. He's consistently been throughout his career someone who's hovered between a 123 to 130 weighted runs created plus. And from a power standpoint, he had 29 home runs in 2021, 24 in 2022, 20 in 2023. And he also is someone that can go gap to gap. He can get you doubles, he can get you extra base hits. So, yeah, he's a very intriguing target if he truly becomes available. Yes, his defense is around league average to below average, depending on when you look, but he does make the routine plays. He is a big league shortstop, right? It wouldn't be an experiment to have Bo Bichette as your shortstop. And you also look at some of his StatCast metrics, and he's in the 80th percentile in hard hit percentage, 87th percentile in strikeout rate, 84th percentile in whiff rate. So he's not swinging and missing a ton. He doesn't have a high strikeout rate, but you want to see the hard contact increase. But look, he's in a bad situation in Toronto, and he clearly isn't having success there. With the Dodgers batting in this lineup, can you imagine that kind of protection? I think that's a very intriguing possibility if the Dodgers are looking for a long-term solution at shortstop, if they don't want to give Gavin Lux another opportunity, or they feel that maybe Mookie Betts should go back to second or go back to right field if it's a little too taxing for him. So I think it's all fluid. I think yesterday something that really stood out to me was Mookie was doing his ground ball work. He was doing his infield work with Dino Ebel, with Miguel Rojas, and you saw him focusing on the backhand. He was making the throws. He looked good for sure. But then he came back out and did more infield. He did more work. And that really, you have to figure it's going to take its toll at some point. So far hasn't bled into his offense. But still, I think that, man, Bo Bichette's intriguing. Let's just throw it out there. Just going to give you guys the update. Bo Bichette, it looks like he's going to be traded. And another thing, too, Buster Olney on ESPN's Baseball Tonight podcast, Buster Olney, big friend of the show, Buster said that industry sources have told him that it's extremely unlikely that Bo is going to re-sign or sign an extension with the Toronto Blue Jays. So they're not going to just let him walk for nothing. And the longer you keep him, the less you're going to get for him. So, hey, I'm definitely open to the idea. But let me know down below in the comment section.